Hello everybody, it's Laura Van Vertlo. I am here to bring you something really fun. I got the new Pretty Party kit last month because I loved it, and it's all about birthdays. It's got fun gold foiling in it, and I thought I have a couple more ideas. So I made 4 more cards using the same stamp set and just added a little bit of paper and some dots. And I came up, and there's Jasper, hello. I came up with a fun flash class for you. It's only going to be for a week, and be sure to come on and say hello. So that is what we are making tonight. I'm going to go ahead and go through it because this is a little bit new. So I'm going to go through it tonight. This will be your replay. I will have it also uploaded to YouTube. And hey, how are you? So I also will have it uploaded to YouTube, so when you get your kit, it'll be all ready to go. I already have the kits pretty much. I just gotta like put a couple labels on them, and there's a couple I'm waiting to come in, but there's quite a few that I can send out right away. But you also have the tutorial. So there's a link in the comments. So if you want this class, I would grab it because the last day is next Sunday. So I'm going to switch this around so we can, and I meant to do this on StreamYard, but I forgot the way I set it up. I had to do it this way. So bear with me while I switch this around. Sorry, there's a ceiling fan. Hopefully this doesn't go too, I think I've pretty much figured this out pretty good. All right, let me move this and turn on the lights. It's still a little, there we go. Okay, so let me get my comments up so I can see them while I'm creating. There we go. Okay. And let me go ahead. There will be a delay, so if you have a question, come on. There we go. Hey, lady. Okay, now I can see your comment. I saw you popped on, but I didn't know. Okay, so what's going to come in your kit is we have 2 yards of the gold striped mesh ribbon. And I tried to keep this, because the shipping's included, so I was trying to keep the cost down, so I didn't do the full spool. You do get a full package of the array of dots that match this ordinary everyday life. So I've already cut it down to 6 by 6. So you're getting half a pack cut to 6 by 6. I wanted everything to fit in here nice and neat. And then you'll have all the cards. We're going to make one of these right now. I already made some of them, but I wanted you to see these. And your kit will come with the Stampin' dot, a block, adhesive, these instructions, but you're going to want to save any extra parts because we will use those on one of the cards. So let me figure out, put that there, and that one goes there. Okay, so aren't they cute? Okay, let's see. So there's that one. And I did kind of change. No, that one I said congratulations. What I like is these have like extra pop outs that you can pop up these images, and they're really cute. And I love the sparkle. And then this one, this kind of reminds me of those balloon walls. And if Kim Atkins is around, I'm thinking of you because this is your pop of color. That's the name of her. So if you need balloon arches and you're local, she's your girl. Pop of color. Okay, but these are what she does for events. So I'm going to make one of each of these. And these are really quick. What I do is I just punch out everything and then stamp. Because the other kits are just craft. And then you don't have any stamping. So here's this one. And then if you need to follow along, you can always do what I did. Let's see, we're doing this one. So it tells you to pop out the balloon No, it does not look that. Sorry, I'm on the wrong one. I'm on this one. Okay, so I use my Cajun Craze just because I like to save these ink spots. But you'll have an ink spot and your block. So you put your little stamp set, which is somewhere up here. That's the only one I have left, is that one. And it tells you where to put the little dimensionals. And then you can stamp this. And then they tell you to pop up these as well. And let me tell you, they give you a lot. I still have all those left over from this kit because this came in my kit. So you'll have plenty of those. And you even have a ruler. But let's go ahead and put this one together really quick. And let me see, did anybody else come on and say hi? Okay. So I've got these. And of course, I just looked at it and there we go. Okay. Can you see okay? Let me know if you can't hear or see. All right. So did anybody do anything fun today? We had a nice fun pop-up shower. So it's nice and warm and muggy as it usually is this time of year. We're ramping up for, in Texas we call it Satan's armpit. It gets hot and sweaty and yuck. Okay. So I just popped that up as well. And then you pop this over. This is one of those kits that you can do super fast. You're going to have a couple of these left over and you're going to use them on one of the cards. So go ahead. What I do is I pop everything out and put them in piles and I make it kind of like an assembly line and I do one card at a time, like design. Okay, come on. There. So we just put a little bit of this in there. And then, oh, I need to stamp it first. Silly person. Okay, Jasper. Okay, let me go get, I forgot to put this on a block. All right. All right, let me get the Cajun Craze. I thought it was a weird color, but once I saw it together, it really does complement it nicely. So go ahead and use it. But for the kit, I really used just one. The add-ons that I did, it's just basic black. And then there's some blends and then like Wink of Stella. So that's really not a lot of extra. And that's the way I wanted to keep it. So, and if you already aren't on my email list, go ahead and pop on. I think I forgot that in the comments, so I'll add it after the video. So there's card number 1. So I'll go ahead and put this over here. And now we're going to, oh, I forgot, you know what I forgot to do? And I kept the sequins. I wanted to use these. I used it on, I think, 1 or 2 of the, cards that I designed. So I just designed 4 more, and they're really cute. Because I used the balloon festoon. And then I did, it's shaped like a balloon. It's so freaking cute. Okay, see, where's all the goodies that go with that? There it is. So to me, when you put everything, or instead of piles, you could just do it like this, and as you need it, you can put stuff on it. Is there more? Nope. Okay. Oh, there it is. It's just right there. So be sure to tell me where you're from. Okay, so you kind of match up where these go. I just already made 3, so I kind of know where they go. But you can always refer back to the instructions and find that design. And these kits are great for beginners, even tweens. Tweens love these. I would say 8 would be like the minimum. But it's a great summer project too. So there's a bunch of kits that you can choose from on my online store. So perfect for summer. Perfect to have, oops, what am I doing? This is what I get for talking. Where does it go? Oh, there it goes. Okay, there we go. This one goes on the side. But yeah, I actually call this the gateway drug, the kits. Because people tell me they're not creative, and then they start doing it, and then they see how easy it is. And before you know it, you have a new stamper. Maybe this is, oh, that's where it's at. So I'm going off memory now. I just didn't want to have to open that on the live again. All right, so I'm going to stamp Let's Celebrate. All these come in your Pretty Party kit. So I didn't use any other stamps because I wanted it all birthday and celebration for the summer. So, see how nice that Cajun Craze looks? I love it. Okay, so because all that's popped up, I'm just going to tape that directly to the card. Now we're going to add some more of the bling. These tools are great. Take your pick tool, because on one side you have a spatula and then you twist. Ooh, there's some glue on there. And then it comes with a stylus too. And then this putty helps you pick up your sequins that aren't already adhesive backed. So, and then it has add-on craft tools that have like a X-Acto knife and a coupon perforator, and you have a die brush that's separate. So it's really a lot of fun. But here's the second card. So see, we've already gotten 2 cards done in a very short amount of time. And I'm going to do the last card, and then we'll get to the ones that I designed that you will get extra in your kit. All right. So this one was really fun because look at this huge balloon. So I used quite a bit of these. And what's funny is these are a lot higher up than our normal dimensionals. So I tried to use it on a project, and it was all, I had to go back and fix it because some were higher than the other and it was like not working. So I just saved it for the kit. There we go. Okay. So there's that. And then we're going to do this one. And I forgot how this is set up. Hold on. Where did I put you? Come on. That's interesting. There we go. Okay. So it goes this way. Not that it really matters. Either way is cute. The biggest tip I'm going to tell you about this is make sure this lines up, then stick it down. And then I put a dimensional here and not here. So when it came time to stamp it, and you don't worry about, you could curve it if you wanted to, because these are photopolymer and they are a little flexible if you wanted it to go more towards the curve of the label. So you'll have an extra one of these and extra from the ones that we just did. I think there's not many extras. Sometimes you get a lot of extras with the kits. This one, I can't, hold on, come back. Okay. So see, when you line it up with this, it looks good. And I'm going to put some seal on the back of that. And this is a great TV project. You really, I mean, it's already ready for you. And, just take all the birthday cards you'll have ready for the summer. You don't have to go to the store. So much more cost effective. And I think you get a much better smile when somebody says, oh, you made this? That's really cool. So, anyway. All right. So let me put these to the side, because now we're going to get to the ones that I designed to add to it. And remember, you're going to get a PDF tutorial with it. And I'm going to get that out of the way because I'll stick my hand right in it. And I don't want to lose this, because this is your, goes with your stamp set. Okay, so our first card, and I cut stuff to make it, and then I realized I don't have any more of these labels, like I said. So I'm just going to show you how I made this one. So I had the birthday, just like the last one. And I stamped it with basic black. And then the balloon festoon, I got that. And look at these, they're huge. Okay, so I used this one. And I pre-cut it for you already. And so it's got this cute, when you put it in your die cutting machine, you go like so. So you're going to have this lip overlapping so you can keep your fold. So when you fold it, it'll look like that. So I didn't do too much. So you're going to stamp the labels, put them on, use this, tie a bow here, and then if you haven't seen these, you need to get them. You get a pack of 2, and they're the basic, why did I say basic white gel pens, and they are great. I'm very picky about my gel pens because sometimes they run out. So I use that here and here to kind of give it that. So that's the first one. And since I didn't have the labels, I didn't want to try to replicate that because plus it would make it quicker. But the balloon festoon is really cute. And I'll show you the stamp set just so you can see the bundle because this is a fun one. I think I didn't use this stamp set. I just used the die on this kit, but I thought this would be a fun one to do to step it up. Okay, so I'm gonna put this to the side, and then we're gonna do the first one is a vellum birthday wishes, and it's a little, you have to be a little gentle with it just because this is DSP, but it's so fun. I had another demonstrator had posted this, and I was like, that is so cute. I think I'm going to do that because I want something a little different, but not too hard. It looks complicated. It's not. So let's get started with this one. I've done a lot of this stuff ahead of time, so we don't have to watch me die cut. If you do need help like that, please let me know. Okay, so this is your typical 4 1/4 by 11, and then I scored it at 2 1/2. Oh, hold on. It'll be in your, don't have to worry about it because you'll get it in the tutorial. It's 7 3/4 and 2 1/4. So 2 1/4 and 7 3/4. And when you go to score it, be very gentle because it's vellum and it will tear, so you don't want to like put the pressure you do on normal cardstock. And I make sure it butts up. I don't know if you can see that because it's vellum. I want to make sure it butts up like that. So edge to edge. So now that I know it does, for the most part, this is the hard, not, I wouldn't say the hardest, but I definitely need to show you this one. The other ones are really easy. Okay, so now we're done with that. Then I cut a piece of the designer paper. Now, the designer paper you'll have to cut, and I have them separated out on the tutorial. So when you get your kit, you'll pull the paper out and you'll pre-cut your DSP so you can choose any pattern, and if you love it, you can make more. So you have extra paper with it. It's a real good deal. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we have a, where did it go? I'm looking. I have my cheat sheet over here if you're wondering what I'm staring at. 3 1/2 by 7 3/8, and then I scored it at, I have it written down. Oh shoot. 2 5/8, and I think this is only like a 1/4 of an inch. Why did I not write that back down? Anyway, it is on the tutorial because the tutorial's already done. Okay. So basically you want it to look like this. And I forgot the tear and tape. So tear and tape's really good for this portion of it because you're going to have this open and close a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and tear it. And then I'm going to put this here. Okay. I usually can get it, but I just cut my nail, so. All right. So what you want to do is you want this centered. Come on. I got it 2 scored. It's not, now it's stuck. Hold on. Stop it. Okay. You know what I'm going to do before that happens is I'm going to tape this right here on the sides, because that's where your gift card holder goes. And then it won't be, ooh, I guess I should trim that. Do a little trimmy trim. That drives me crazy. I don't like seeing the other DSP. Okay, so now it might be easier to try to, you bend this back, and then you center it. There we go, that's what it was. Okay, so you go like this. I haven't watched her video in a while. So when you go, this is pushing down that tape. So now, when you lift this, it will come in and out. So let me do the tear, well, no, it's glue dots right here. Where did I, give this, all right. So we'll put that little glue dot there. We are going to do a ribbon around that so you won't see it. Because you know what vellum's like if you've worked with it. So now that keeps this like tucked in, and you want to cover this next. So I did a different pattern on this one. So I just cut the paper. What is going on with this one? I might have to get another one out. So I just wanted to kind of mat it. All right. Be sure to say hello if you are on. I see some new eyeballs. It's the only thing I like about Facebook, that I can see when people actually pop on. When I do the other, it's hard. So see, this will cover it up. It's a little wonky, but you know what? My saying is, if they don't like it, they don't get another handmade card. So it's handmade. What do you want? We're just going to tie a little knot. We're not even tying a bow. So you could technically give this to a guy. And I'm an eyeballer, but I did put a measurement down. So we're going to tie that bow. And this is a fun little tip that one of my wonderful customers taught me a few years ago, is where you want your knot, you put this down. Because you don't have to hold it, and it'll be nice and taut when you tie it. Okay, let's see here. There's that. And then, hold on, I gotta concentrate. Okay. And then pop that and that. We're almost done. Now I just need to put birthday wishes. I need to tape this on the inside because this is what you write on. And it covers up this right here. So I'm going to cover a good portion of that. So it looks better. Okay, so that's covered. So now we're just going to do birthday wishes. Excuse me. And we're done with this card after that. And then we move on to the other two, which pretty much are just assembled. And we might be done with this class. And then you guys can hop on and register. And I can get your kits to you before it runs out. Okay, excuse my head, I have to do this. I hate the white on white because I think it's gonna, nope, I did pretty good considering. Alright, so I'm gonna put it on here because I know I can smear a little bit. Sorry, it's a glue dot. And we are gonna put, I'm gonna trim that just a hair. There we go. So what I'm gonna do is put this right there. I'm gonna make this work because I don't want to have to start another one. Still plenty left. All right, so there's that. And now we're gonna pop some, what did I do? I did pink on that one too. So I'm just gonna do 2 on this one. And I like the pink, it's a nice contrast. And there we go. So when you lift this up, you tuck your gift card in there. And that is your second card. And here's the original with the little gift card in there. And then you'll have your envelopes, so you can put the little balloon on there as well. Oh, that goes with the kit. Okay, so there's the second one. All right. Here is our next one that I'm doing. And I already got all the goodies ready to go. I will pre-cut the label for you and pre-cut this. You'll just have to cut the designer paper for this one and the one before it, because I forgot to tell you that. But I have all the matte pieces are ready for you. You'll just have to cut a couple of the DSP. And like I said, everything's ready to go. And for this one, I'm just going to, oh, that's too big. Hold on. Why did I make that extra big? Okay, that one's okay. Let me go trim this one down. I just wanted to do a different pattern. There we go. Looks a little better. So I kind of get an idea where I want to put everything. And then now I'm going to add these. And you could do this as like one of those stack classes. Not stack class. Where you stack 3 sheets of paper, 3 designs, and you cut it down this way and pull that aside, and then this piece you cut here, and then you kind of lay it like this, and then you've got all these different cards. It's called a stacking card, and it changes up the designer paper, but you get quick and easy cards using your, because I know I'm a paper hoarder. What about you? That's done. And then the next thing you want to do is we want to do this first before we put the dimensionals down. So I'm just using it straight from here, but you're going to get your 2, whoops, hello, your 2 yards that way. Just put a little bit of adhesive right here. Come on. I'm telling you, it's just getting stuck. But like I said, I'm going to use it because I want my money's worth. Alright, so that's good and taut now. So now I'm going to put, oh, my hands are all sticky. That is why I don't use the green glue very often. I love it for its purpose. It has its place, but you do not want to see me with that green glue because I get it everywhere. Stick to everything. So you see, I'm making more cards. This is like my second set of my cards and the whole kit, and I still have all those left. So you get a lot of dimensionals in this kit. Almost done with this one. All right, so we are going to put that down like so. And then where did my little label go? There he is. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp my little balloons right there. And then let that dry a little bit. Where is, oh, let's celebrate, I think is what I did, isn't it? Yes. So, I just stuck the black way over here so I don't stick my hand in it, because I will. Messy stamping. Okay, so I got Time to Celebrate. I've got these ready to go. Okay. There's that. I'm going to go ahead and put this in there. That card. So see, you can refer back to this once you get your kit, and then that way you will be able to make everything. I did yellow. Yellow was kind of fun. It was a little different. And this is that Darling Duckling. I don't like it for like a background color, but it's a great accent color. And there's that one. There's the original, so it's a little different. So you can see how cutting your designer paper in 3 sheets at the same time can create multiple cards quickly. All right. Next and last card, one of my favorite folds. It is the bookbinding one. Super easy to make. And you will have, I'll pre-cut this and the inside, and I'll pre-cut and score this because it has to fit in there. So you just need to cut out these 2 pieces. That should be like that. Oh, wait a minute. One of these is off. Hold on. Interesting. I'll look at it in a minute. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, and this is a 4 1/4 by 11, and then you score it at 5 1/2 and 6 1/2, and that's what creates your book binding. And I'm gonna do that. I've got my fingers all sticky again. Okay, so then let's see, how does this go? Okay, it works. Maybe that's too short. Okay. And I changed the pattern up a little bit, not much. Not too very much. So we're going to do this first. And then I'm going to fold that. I should have gotten the bone folder out, but so there's this. And if you would like, you can go ahead and stamp balloons if I can find them. And and you can always go back and color them. I don't want to color all the balloons at one time, but I'll show you the one that I put on the outside, and that's how I did the rest of them. So, oops, down. Oh well, that's down. Okay. This may, oh no, it's fine. Oh dear Lord, what did I do? Good thing I'm covering that up. Oopsie. All right, so you want to kind of match this up as close as possible. So I did this one a little different, and then the trick on this is to stamp your balloons first in the corner like so. And this comes from the Beautifully Celebrated dies. And it's Time to Celebrate. It was too confusing, or not confusing, but too crazy trying to fit the happy birthday on there. There's the Time to Celebrate. And then I'm going to get my little scratch paper out because I do not want the blends to go through. And for some reason, I had the other one for this, and now I can't find it. I used it the other day because I was coloring, but oh well. I'll find it when this is over. So I just copied the colors that were already in the designer paper. And then we do the pink one. And this one you really don't have to go and make the colors lighter and darker because it's a kind of a small area. You can. There we go. That's done. And if you want to make the little spots, you can always get one of these. It's a color lifter. And you just as it gets in there, okay, that was a little much. So when you go back over, it looks a little better. All right, last one. All right, so these are finished. And I do have an add-on for the blend. So when you're click on the link, there's an add-on for the blends, and then tutorial only, and then the kit. But there's several ways you can participate with this. And the tutorial does come with, I should just say packet. I need to go back in there and fix it. The packet means you get the extra card. So if you order the kit yourself and it comes to you, I just send you this and the cards, and it covers shipping. There it is. And we're almost finished. I just gotta attach this, and I like to kind of zhuzh this a little bit. There's that. Okay, so I'm going to stick him right there. There's my glue dots. And I like to do two, just a little extra. Okay, so I'm going to take this away now. Oh, no, wait. Wink Stella. Gotta love Wink Stella. Gotta get that on the front. Kind of adds that extra sparkle. And I think it kind of tones down it makes the balloons look more like the highlights. And there we go. One more just for extra measure. And then now we just add our dots and we're finished. Let's see. I think we're going to do the dark ones just for something different. I haven't used these yet. It's pretty peacock, but it's a good complement to the Lost Lagoon. And that's why you get, look how many dots you're going to have left over. And I still have some left over from the actual kit itself. So, here are all the cards. That and that. So be sure to grab your flash class. It expires a week from today. And I didn't have the extra of this one just because of the, didn't have the leftover. But I'm going to make something fun with that. But there is your flash class. And you'll have to let me know what you think. I really like it. And then when you get your kit, just come on back over here. If you have the kit at home, you just want the tutorial in the packet, just let me know. The link's below, and I will see you next time. Oh, and tomorrow night, if you're not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you have found that we have a great sign-up special, it ends on the 31st. You get free magnetic pads, plus the 125 and any current product, which includes a pre-order for July that's going on right now that has Christmas and Halloween. So you want to be sure to do that. Tomorrow night I'm having an I Love Stamping. Please say Zoom link, please, me, so I can add you. It'll be 8:30. It'll start on Zoom, and then this way it's interactive. Everybody can talk to each other, and there may be some prizes. So anyway, I wanted to say thank you once again for hopping on, and I will see you next time. Good night.